Hey, what's up YouTubers? And welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts update video. This video is going to be about some new additions to my collection that I've been picking up over the last month. It's not the most exciting update video, but I guess it's better than nothing. So I was able to pick up some Friday the 13th stuff for my collection. Got a couple of the partner labels from Vinegar Syndrome. I got a little stack here of the Walmart Valentine series. I have a little stack here of Hanna-Barbera. I got some Art the Clown goodness here, some Terrifier editions. This is a little miscellaneous pile, and I have a Captain Spaulding Ben Cooper figure. So get yourselves relaxed, get a beverage and a snack, and we'll check this out. Shouldn't take too long, but then again, every time I say that, it does. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Okay, so for the first item is a kind of rare. It's harder to find this one now. This is Friday the 13th. I love the 80s with the slipcover. And this one's in really, really good condition. And I like to pick up miscellaneous titles from the Friday the 13th line. It's my favorite franchise of all time. And someday soon I'll go over all my Friday the 13th stuff again. I have been doing that, but it's been a while. So wanted to make sure that I picked this one up with the slipcover. They also did a Friday the 13th Part 2, and I love the 80s. I still got to pick that up. And that's the first one. And then I picked up these little double features. So you got Part 1 and 2 on the first disc there. And these are also in really good condition. And then we got 3 and the final chapter. And A New Beginning and Jason Lives. And The New Blood and Jason Takes Manhattan. And the last one is Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. So those are some of the new additions to my Friday the 13th collection. Glad to pick these up. They were pretty inexpensive and they were in really crisp condition. So I went ahead and grabbed these for the collection. So this next pile here that I'm going to be pulling from, these are fan-made editions, and they use the original cover art from the VHS days. So these look really sharp. And they do come with a disc in them. I have them in these little plastic sleeves right now, but they're actually movies in here. But I think this is a great idea for a fan-made edition to have the VHS covers on your Blu-ray case. I really like that. That's Part 1. And then Part 2. Sackhead Jason. Part 3. Also known as 3D, but I don't think that particular edition is 3D. Here's the final chapter. This is one of the best in the franchise, maybe the best. I should do a Friday the 13th rating, or whatever, top 10 or top 12 actually. There's 12 of them now, so maybe I'll do that someday. Rank them. Here's A New Beginning. I just think this looks really, really cool like this. I think I purchased these on Etsy. I can't really remember right now. It might have been Mercari or it might have been eBay. I don't know. I frequent all three, so I'm not sure which one it was. And here's part 6, Jason Lives. This is another really good one in the franchise. It's right up there with part 4, in my opinion. Here's 7, The New Blood. And the last one is part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Really nice. So a quick recap. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, final chapter, New Beginning, Jason Lives, The New Blood, and Jason Takes Manhattan. Really glad to have those. The next 2 here are going to be partner labels for Vinegar Syndrome, and these are both documentaries. And the first one here is At the Video Store. Comes with this beautiful slipcover, really nice. And that's what the case looks like. You can see that there's some fake stickers down there. There's the disc, and there's a reverse cover. Read a little bit about this to you. I haven't watched this yet, but I definitely will, and soon. Oh, why my camera's so shaky. Okay. Parkwood East Productions At the Video Store, an offbeat and bittersweet documentary. I don't want to name all the names. And an entire community of lovable weirdos structured around original video store inspired songs. It is a loving ode to the dying art of connection and curation. One of the most fun, entertaining documentaries I've ever seen. I love this movie. So I really do love this kind of stuff. There's a few more I want to get from Vinegar Syndrome partners, but I was really happy to pick this one up. Oh, by the way, I should point out that this was limited to 1,000. I don't know if they're sold out or not. You might want to go check out the website. But usually when they're limited to 1,000, they go pretty quick. Here's a second one. It's called Vinyl Nation. And vinyl has really become popular lately over like the last 10 years. It's really flourishing. And I have purchased quite a bit of vinyl over the past few years, past 10 years. And it's a fun hobby. It could get a little expensive because the vinyl records are 30, 40, 50 bucks. It's a little more expensive than just buying movies. And there's the case. This came out in 2020. It's all region, 92 minutes. Let's see here. Just a quick little read about it. The vinyl record renaissance over the past decade has brought new fans to a classic format and transformed our idea of a record collector. Younger, both male and female, multicultural. The same revival has been made buying music. More expensive, benefited established bands over the independent artists, and I'm not going to keep reading, but I think you kind of get the idea here. It's a documentary about how vinyl is becoming popular again. And there's the disc. It looks like a little 45 record. Alternate cover. And there's a little booklet in this one. This one is also limited to 1,000. I don't know if I mentioned that, but both of those documentaries were limited to 1,000. You get a little booklet here. Very nice. So there they are again. You get At the Video Store documentary about VHS days, and then you got Vinyl Nation. the resurgence of vinyl. This next pile here, where Walmart, they have a display at Walmart with all their Valentine horror movies. I grabbed a handful of them. I didn't get them all, but the ones that I got, I really enjoy. So the first one here is My Bloody Valentine. Comes in this black slipcover with the bright red. That looks really good. It's the Blu-ray and digital. And I have to say that these slipcovers are really, really glossy, and they're fingerprint magnets. So just be really careful with that. I was kind of wiping it down with a little tissue while I was trying to slide it in this bag here. I don't like fingerprints on my stuff. I get a little bit weird about that. But so this is the remake of My Bloody Valentine. And let's see, when did this one come out? I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not sure, but this is the remake, and I really enjoyed the remake. And the next one is The Mist. This is another movie I really like. I have this movie a few times already, and this is a 2-disc collector's edition on Blu-ray. I've seen that movie a handful of times. I like it. It Follows. This one has grown on me over the years. I like this one. This movie came out in 2014. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was. I got Cabin in the Woods, Blu-ray digital code. This one came out in 2011. I got The Descent. This is a great movie. Really underrated. I never hear anybody talk about The Descent. It's really, really good. It'll have you on the edge of your seat. And the last one for the Valentines, this is a DVD of the original. They didn't have the original on Blu-ray. They just had it in this, but I really love this slipcover. So I grabbed it, and I have this movie a few times already. I've seen it a bunch of times, but this one's from 1981. So this is the recap. It Follows, The Mist, My Bloody Valentine remake, Cabin in the Woods, The Descent, and My Bloody Valentine, the original DVD. You'll have to let me know which ones you guys picked out, and let me know which ones you recommend that I should grab. The next pile, these are Hanna-Barbera movies, and I just recently showed this one in an update video, but since it is part of the update, I just wanted to show it again. But if you want to see more in depth, I did a video on this one a couple of videos back, and I'm really, really glad to have this. It has every episode for the Super Friends, and it just, I'm not going to go too much into it, but it comes on these swing trays. Yeah, if you want to see more, go check out my video on that. And I picked up Josie and the Pussycats, the complete series. And I'm going to be doing a Hanna-Barbera overview collection video soon. So there's a couple more that made it to Blu-ray that I haven't picked up yet. This is a 2-disc complete series. And let's see, I think this was this cartoon from the late 60s? I can't remember. I'm not seeing it. And I also got Josie and the Pussycats in Outer Space, the complete series. If I remember right, this one came out first, and then a couple years later this came out. I could be wrong about that. It's hard for me to remember everything all the time, but I think that's how it was. Yeah, there was like a 2-year gap in between these. Well, these have been on my Amazon wish list for a long time, and I finally pulled the trigger on that. Josie and the Pussycats in Outer Space, and Josie and the Pussycats Complete Series. And I also picked up Johnny Quest, the Complete Original Series. This is a really fun show. Really enjoy this. You get all 26 episodes from the show. They always had some pretty cool monsters and villains in these movies. I mean, in these cartoons. So I was glad to finally upgrade that. I do have this on DVD. I don't think I've ever owned either of these on DVD. I'll have to go back and check. But that was my little Hanna-Barbera haul for this month. Looks like we're moving along pretty well, making good time. This is the Terrifier pile here. First one is Terrifier 2, which I have the steelbook for this, but I never owned, at least I don't think I did, this edition with the slipcover. And you see how they're trying to make it look like it's a Scream Factory release, but it's not. But that is some great artwork too, check that out. And I got Terrifier 3, also the collector's edition. It really seems like they're trying to make it look like Scream Factory, but and I got the Terrifier 3 with the lenticular cover. You can see that an axe becomes visible, and you can see an anguished, is that a woman? It's hard to tell. That's kind of reflecting off of that axe blade. And this is the 4K. You get the 4K and the Blu-ray. And I got the Terrifier 3 Steelbook 4K. So that was it for the Terrifier stuff, but I also did pick up the Dark Crystal Steelbook. I really love this movie. This was part of Shout Factory. I'm gonna pause it, take it out, and we'll look at the inside. So there again is the cover. Skeksis. And you get 2 discs. You get the 4K. Right there, 4K, and the Blu-ray right there. And nice imagery there of one of the characters in the movie. So that was the Terrifier and Dark Crystal pickups. You got Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, also Terrifier 3 with the lenticular. And then these are the steelbooks in 4K, the Dark Crystal and Terrifier 3. Here is the last little pile, and then I also still do have the Captain Spaulding to show you. And if you stick around to the very end, I'll show you the latest authentic movie poster that I picked up. So the first one here, this was an upgrade for me. I have this on DVD, and I also have it on Blu-ray from Scorpion Releasing. And this is Planet of the Vampires. I also have this theatrical poster too. It's a film by Mario Bava. It's really good, but this is the Kino Lorber Blu-ray that comes with the slipcover. This is a movie I enjoy. I don't mind double, triple, or quadruple dipping. think that looks great. I think this movie looks really good too. They use a lot of colors, so like brights, and then there's a lot of shadows too, and it really sets a good atmosphere. Now this one, I also did an update or its own video for this. I watched this. This was amazing. This documentary was really, really good. There's actually even a part in here that's going to make you feel a little emotional. I'm not going to give it away in case you do plan on watching this. I recommend this, even if you're not the biggest fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a really well done documentary, and it's rapid fire. So what I mean by that is they have a whole bunch of people that they're interviewing, little segments, and it's just short, bang, and then goes to the next one, bang, and then it kind of, they'll show clips and they show photos of him behind the scenes, and it's very well done. But there's a part near the end, I got choked up a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I wish I could tell you why, but you'll have to see the documentary for yourself. There's Tiffany Shepis. There was a whole bunch. There's Edwin Neal, Bruce Campbell. There was a whole bunch of people in here paying homage to Gunnar Hansen, and he was very well liked, I'll tell you that. He was well loved, and this one's signed up. I already did a video about this. If you want to see more, go back and check it out, but that's a great documentary. I also did a video on this, but it's part of the update. So this is the last horror film put out by Severin, starring Joe Spinell. Not going to go too in depth because I already did a video on this. You can go back and check that out, but I just want to quickly show you. You got the movie that comes in a black case. You get 2 discs. You get the Blu-ray and the 4K. That art's pretty cool. And then you get this thick book. So I'm really happy to have this. The next one here is a Vinegar Syndrome pickup, and this is Blood-Sucking Freaks in 4K. This one comes in kind of an odd packaging. This is something I don't remember Vinegar Syndrome doing, but it has like a little magnetic strip, and it's a slipcover, but it's really thick. It's almost the same kind of material that they were using on the slip boxes. It's really, really thick. I mean, but it looks cool. It's a really nice set, or a nice addition here. And here's the case. 1976, all region. You get the Blu-ray and the 4K. I'm sure most of you have seen this by now. It's not a very good movie, but it's still entertaining enough. And there's the Blu-ray and the 4K. I don't think there's a reverse. Yeah, there is. So the reverse is that right there. That's what it looks like on the reverse. So I flipped it to that. The next one here, I also did a separate video for this, so you can go check that out. But this is Rumpelstiltskin, put out by TerrorVision. Yeah, it's a really, really beautiful set. You get the hard outer shell. Look at that color. The colors are, that chartreuse against that purple is pretty awesome. And then it comes with a slipcover and the 4K disc inside. This was an upgrade for me. I had the DVD previously, and actually, I'll be right back. I think I have the VHS too. I mean, I know I do, but I think I know where it is. I'll be right back. So there's the Rumpelstiltskin VHS. I picked this up used at I think it was at a thrift shop, if I remember, and I think it was only a couple bucks. And it looks like it was a previous Hollywood Video rental. So I have the VHS, the DVD, the Blu-ray, and the 4K. So, and it also comes with a poster. I'm not going to pull that out. A couple really nice books, and again, here's the outer shell, and then there's a slipcover in there. So there it is, the trifecta. And finally, I picked up this Captain Spaulding Ben Cooper figure. I like these little figures, but I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole of collecting all. I mean, it's hard to collect everything all the time. It's impossible. And I mean, there are some really cool ones. I can't get into that. I can't do it because it's going to take away from other things that I like to buy. But if I see one or two that I like, I'll pick those up. I'm definitely not going to try to chase this whole line. But I had to get Captain Spaulding. He's one of my favorite characters. And I'm not dogging these. I know there's a lot of people here on YouTube that are collecting them, and I think they look great. I think they're awesome. I just can't. I mean, it's kind of the same reason why I didn't get into the Funko Pops. Although I don't really like the Funko Pops, but I didn't want to get into that because, I mean, they take up room, and it's just, there's so many coming out all the time, and people are trying to collect them all, and I just don't. I'll pass. So I'm going to show you one thing really quick. I'll be right back. This is kind of a little companion piece to this Fright Rags Captain Spaulding mask. I picked this up a while ago. I just wanted to show it in this video because I think these are a good little pair to show off. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to show you guys a poster, and then we'll wrap this up. And last but not least is the authentic movie poster for Holy Terror, but you may know it better as Alice, Sweet Alice. And this is authentic. This was in a lobby of a movie theater. I still got to get a frame for it, but I really love that. It's really cool. Okay, so that's going to do it for this kind of shortish update video. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching. Take care.